जय श्री माता जी। श्री माता जी की श्री चरण को हम सब प्रणाम करके बंधन लेंगे। महामंत्र और श्री गणेश मंत्र। दोनों हाथ श्री माता जी की ओर रख के प्रार्थना करेंगे। श्री माता जी, कृपा करके हमें ध्यान की स्थिति प्रदान कीजिए। संतुलन के लिए दाहिना हाथ जमीन के ऊपर रखेंगे, बायां हाथ श्री माता जी प्रार्थना करेंगे। श्री माता जी, कृपा करके हमारी बाएं ओर से, लेफ्ट साइड से भूतकाल से आई हुई सभी बाधाओं को भूमि तत्व द्वारा दूर कीजिए। अब दाहिना हाथ श्री माता जी की ओर और बायां हाथ आकाश की तरफ प्रार्थना करेंगे। श्री माता जी, कृपा करके हमारी दाहिने ओर से, राइट साइड से ध्यान में आने वाली सभी बाधाओं को कृपा करके आकाश तत्व द्वारा दूर कीजिए। अब दोनों हाथ श्री माता जी की ओर रखेंगे और हमारे चित्त को दोनों हाथ और सहस्त्रार पे रखें। श्री माता जी से प्रार्थना करेंगे। श्री माता जी, कृपा करके हमें संतुलन प्रदान कीजिए। हमें निर्विचार स्थिति प्रदान कीजिए। इसी स्थिति में श्री माताजी के अमृतवाणी ग्रहण करेंगे।
Nice to see today so many Sahajogis looking like beautiful lotus flowers as the blossom time is filled with the fragrance of your beauty. It is such a pleasure for me to be your mother and to be able to communicate the divine, the powers of divine, the beauty of divine to you. It was never possible before, as you know. Everyone tried their level best, but nobody could achieve it, to communicate that beauty. As you know, Sahaja Yoga or this Mahayoga is a very unique system. It never existed before. It has come into existence. Of course, I should say that because the Parabrahma decided to take a form, but you also all decided to come on this earth to receive the blessing. It cannot be possible to do anything with one hand. The beauty of Sahaja Yoga is great, no doubt, which I'm sure very soon people will realize that this is the only way all lost people will come back to Sahaja Yoga, I'm sure, and they will achieve what they are due. You don't have to do anything about Sahaja Yoga, you just walk in and you can get realization. In India, there was a gentleman who came to see me and he told me a big story about his woes. He told me he's under debt, he has so many problems, his wife is like this, his children are like this, and he has political problems, all sorts of problems he had. And then he got his realization. And he said, Mother, what have you done to me? I said, why? He said, I've forgotten all this and I'm in joy. I'm in joy. You see. I said, it could be an escape. He said, no, I can see all that, but I am still in joy. Next time he met me, he said, I've solved all my problems because I was in joy and I could share it with others things improved a lot. That's how Sahaja Yoga works, instantaneously, spontaneously, without any effort. It's true. But we have to face certain things. The fact that we were not so prepared for Sahaja, in the sense that we are people living in this life of turmoil, confusion, all kinds of funny ideas. And the idea of dharma is also missing. It's only in the books or in the churches, maybe somewhere people talk, only talk. It's not actually existing. Moreover, we have also not got the traditions left with us, which are required to be a person to worship the divine. Most of our traditions we have lost because firstly we discovered that there's a lot of hypocrisy and insincerity as far as religion is concerned. The people who talk of religion behave in such manner that you cannot believe that there is God. So they denied God, they denied all the traditions, they said this is all useless, it has no meaning, better give up all the religions, it's fanaticism, it is nonsense. Because it did not give them any fruits, according to them. They couldn't wait for Sahaja Yoga to come in to prove that all religions are absolutely correct and their traditions are absolutely necessary if you really want to have the maximum of the joy and the beauty of the divine. But it so happened that we lost those traditions. We've lost. Most of the traditions are lost. It is surprising how many traditions we have lost and we are not aware of it. So a new education is needed for us to understand the traditions of worshipping. It's easy to have a puja because your mother is always available. If you just tell her there is puja, she'll dress up and come down here. But in tradition, at least there should be an invitation, you have to come and receive and ask for coming, because it's now you see the joke of the whole thing is. But it's all right because you don't know, it's all right. It's not only that, I'm saying on the whole, worship is a tradition which has come to us from great seers and ancient sages. Anybody, even say Moses, you can say Socrates, you can say Dattatreya or Markandeya, or any one of these people have found out the ways and methods how to tune our instruments to the divine to achieve the maximum joy. How to please the deities. That's the main point, is how to please the deities. But it's a crude word, pleases, but how to, I don't know what should I say, innovation, I say, or what do you call that? How to spark them, invoke them, that they give you complete blessings. And the trick of the trade one has to learn, one has to educate. There's nothing wrong in getting educated. So we know that we have to educate ourselves, first point, and secondly, we have to know that for that we have to be humble. The humility should be such that I have to learn, I have to educate. Nothing wrong in it. And I have told you before that in ancient times the gurus used to be so strict with their disciples that they used to put them hanging on a well for 3 days before they could enter even into the university. So if they could stand all that insults, then only they would bring the students inside and start talking about any education. Because, you see, in educating a person, if you have no humility, and understanding that I do not know. I have to know. It's a fact. Because this is a new journey towards the roots, as I said. You are the roots. Sahaj Yogis are the roots of the whole universe. Do you know that? You are the roots. And as roots, you have to know how to journey through this deeper paths of spiritual life, to grow. When you grow deep, the tree grows up. It is through you only the nourishment of this overgrown universe is going to be looked after. And the more it overgrows, you must grow deeper. But for that you must have education. It's important. Look at the little cell at the tip of a root, how it moves with complete intelligence, understanding, and wisdom. Supposing it is hit by a stone, it doesn't feel bad. It goes back. It knows where to recede, where to go further, where to go round the thing, and how to use the same stone for making the tree very strong. All this education you have to get through your experiences, and by all the time saying humbly, I have to learn. That is very important, that we have to have that humility to educate ourselves, because with that education you will invade this tremendous task into the minds of people, which is a very difficult thing. The movement is outward in these shoots, in this outside tree, outward. It's easy to impress a person if you are insincere, very easy. If you can dress up in a particular way, smile in a different way, look in a different way, if you can act very well, you can impress anyone. For the people who are superficial, we say, the veneer that we have so far is not needed anymore. There is no need to have the veneer, because inside we have found ourselves, our own spirit, our own beauty, which is going to flower out, which is going to come out. So there is no need to have any artificial veneer at all, because I know you and the deities know you. There is no need to have any artificiality outside. We put on some sort of an artificial veneer. What's the use for us? Nothing. We are not going to impress people outwardly. We have to impress them inwardly. So for inward growth, all this veneer must drop off. The veneer has come through so many kinds of acceptance of norms and we can say the formalities of life are concerned. That veneer is within us. If you say thank you 10 times, finished. If you say sorry 2 times, it's all right. But from inside to feel something, to genuinely feel something, to be genuine about it, is our work. But that doesn't mean that we should have no tradition. Tradition gives us that beauty to grow in a proper way. For example, we'll find people talk here sometimes gives you a shock. I mean, the way, I'll buy you a lunch today, say a thing like that. I mean, it's horrible to say such a thing as to say, I'll buy you a lunch today. You see, it's very rude and crude way of talking, isn't it? On the contrary, it's better to say that, will you give me the pleasure of you having for lunch? It's no artificiality. That's the way you should feel it. There's no artificiality, because from your heart it is coming. You're saying it from your heart. But if you're not saying it from your heart, it's better, even if you are not saying with your heart, it's better to say that it would be a pleasure, because to say that I'll buy you a lunch and you buy me tomorrow. To say another thing, you see, it's also possible. These people think is being very open and there's no insincerity, because you are insincere. Because you are insincere, that's why you want to avoid insincerity. Why not be sincere? By saying whatever looks so sincere is actually vulgar. It is not proper to say such a thing. But for a Sahajogi, if he is traditional as well as his inner self is shining, it's like a beautiful diamond put in a beautiful ring. So I feel that an education in our behavior has to come in. Our language has to change. Our style has to change. We have to live in a way that people should feel that these are decent people, very normal people. You don't have to do anything abnormal to be a surgeon. You have to be extremely normal, decent people who know decent language. There is no need to put up any show. For example, you see an artificial smile or an artificial face. There's no need at all. For a Sahajogi to become like any other person is no hypocrisy. You see, a Sahajogi may think, Mother, it's a hypocrisy because I'm a Sahajogi, I'm a realized soul. Why should I dress up like other people? You see, it's a hypocrisy. It is not. For a king to dress up like a beggar, is it a hypocrisy? Will you call it a hypocrisy? It is not. Now, supposing I'm a goddess. I'm not supposed to dress up like ordinary people. I'm to be decked up all the time. I should have this, that. But I have to dress up like ordinary person. So is it hypocrisy? Is it hypocrisy by that? It is not. Hypocrisy is to claim something that you are not. It's a higher level. You see, supposing a person who is not even a realized soul and he says, I am a guru, then he is a hypocrite. But not a real guru behaves like an ordinary person. It's a question of discretion. One should understand it's a question of discretion. So when you dress up like an ordinary person, in an ordinary way, there is no question of hypocrisy. But maybe you are doing it for a thing, not to appear something so much that others' ego is hurt. Actually, I do that only just not to hurt anybody's ego. To be very frank, I go about like that because I do not want to hurt anybody's ego. Because hurting ego means they'll go down further. So maybe that is the reason you are doing. For the sake of their good, if you have to take up a dress like that, doesn't matter. But hypocrisy comes in when you are not that and you claim something. Now for a Sahajogi, it is important to know that he has to improve. He has to go further. He has to grow. And for the growth, whatever is necessary must be accepted in right, proper way. Now, today is a very auspicious day that you are celebrating my birthday. I'm sure by the time I'm 60 years of age, you would grow so fast. This year, I wish that you grow so fast that when people see you, they should feel like great, beautiful personality standing before us. Each one of you have to be great people. Each one of you. For me, that's the only thing to be seen. And it can be accelerated very fast. If you understand, you have to learn every moment. The humility is necessary. If you know that you have to grow every moment, you will be amazed how fast you can. Every moment you have to change. For example, your style of talking. Some people have a style of talking. You can see in the mirror. How would you like a Sahajogi to have that kind of a style of talking? Some people have a style of, laughing in a funny way. All the time they'll be laughing, giggling while talking, hey, who they go on. That's not the way a Sahajogi should be. He should be serene. He should laugh when it is necessary. He should smile at when it is necessary. It is so much in tune with your spirit that whatever you do should create beauty. Even when you cry, at the time when it is necessary, it's so beautiful. See, tears come into your eyes sometimes. They do. But you see somebody very sick, somebody very ill, unhappy, then the tears should come. Not when something about you is bad. That's a Sahajogi. A Sahajogi must feel for others, not for oneself. In the same way, when you laugh, you shouldn't just laugh is a matter of habit. Some people have a habit. Whenever they talk, they start with a laughter, or they'll just in between hai, they'll say again hai, they'll say, has no meaning. Every time the person who laughs can be idiotic also. So one should not appear that way. Or one should not be so serious that next moment a person wants to get away from you the way you are serious. I mean, there are silent bores also. They just bore you by their silence. But whatever you have to speak, it should come from your heart. If it really comes from your heart, I tell you, it will have so much effect, because heart gives that beauty to you. That's your spirit. Connection is with the spirit. When you speak it from your heart, feelingly, whatever you speak, it shows so much of your feelings on your face and on your behavior and everything, and it touches another person's heart. Means you touch the roots of the person. You touch the absolute innermost part of his antakarana, as you say, innermost compartment of his life, and from there the light comes. Now this difference we must understand, that our education now is going to be sincerity, to speak from your own heart and not from outside. Now we have all the formalities, how to say it, how to eat. These things are very, very superficial for Sahaja Yoga. These are not so important. For Sahaja Yoga, these things do not matter. But traditionally, those things that are accepted must be seen, discreetly used, and we should behave in such a manner that whatever we say from our heart should have that beautiful cover of a tradition. That's all. But you need not be artificial at all. There's no need to be artificial. Now the line to draw between artificiality and reality is very difficult for people. Because you see, if you intellectualize it, you can intellectualize everything. For example, if I say that something is wrong with you, so you may feel that I have criticized or something. You may feel bad. This is, according to his reality, is not true. It is unreal. Because you have come here to educate yourself, all right? Now I have to tell you something. When I tell you and if you feel hurt, then it is not reality. Then what is it? It is your ego. You are playing with your ego, not with your spirit. On the contrary, a man who has spirit will feel happy that I am in the attention of mother, that she can correct. So, second is that to be in the attention of your mother, whether she says you good, bad, or anything, is very important. It's very important. Not to be away from mother's attention is very important. Because supposing today you might feel something bad and you may try to get out of her attention. Who will look after you? She is looking after you, she has to correct you and she has to tell you that this is not proper and this is not good, this is good. In that you have to have faith that you will definitely come up. You will have to come up. Because I'm interested in you, I'm telling you. So to be in the mother's attention is very important. And that mother's attention is all the time with you till you absolutely try to get out of it. Because I cannot force myself upon it. That's the main point is. I cannot force myself upon it. But if you want my attention, then I have to tell you, if you are touching something, say a child is touching this fire, won't you tell the child don't do it? So every moment the mother has to look after. And she loves you. And she, not only that, but to her you are so important. I mean, nobody would like to say anything to anyone these days because people want to be popular. The cheap popularity. I'm not a person who is asking for popularity. What I want that my children should be beautiful people when they enter into the kingdom of God. They should be respected as great saints, sages, more than anybody else. They are special people. That's how they are to be educated. Maybe I am very ambitious, you might say. But my ambitions are based on reality. I'm sure I can achieve. But you must develop that humility within yourself and understand that we all have to improve. We have to be in the attention of mother. If she has to say something to us, we are not to feel hurt. If you feel hurt, then know that it is your ego. Beat yourself with shoes. Take it out, because it's not good. I cannot go on pampering your ego all the time till you are completely blasted off, and then you come and tell me, Mother, why didn't you tell me? For example, somebody asked me, he's in love with somebody, wants to marry. I knew the person was horrible and he should not marry the person. And I said that in a way. I said, all right. I first was shocked and I kept quiet. I said, now how to say? Not to pamper his ego either, but to say how to say that. No. And yes, it was very difficult. So I said, all right, as long as she makes you happy, it's all right. Now the word happy is a double meaning. Happy means only your ego can be happy, not the spirit is joy. I didn't use the word joy, I said happy. See, I have to be clever about it. Now, if you had thought of it, why did mother say happy? She should have said, if it gives you joy. If I say joy, then it's correct. But I said happy. And I said it 3-4 times to him, that does it make you happy? He said, yes. If it makes you happy, you can marry. Now, you see, if he's very intelligent, and he should have thought of it, but he never thought of it that I was meaning that it is not going to give you joy. It will give you, if it gives you happiness, you marry. Happiness is joy, is your ego pampered. It's simple. Also, you have to educate yourself to understand your mother. This is the third thing you have to know, is to understand your mother. See, I have to be clever. Because if I'm very blunt, you get blasted. If I'm not, you are lost. So I have to be clever. And when I'm clever, they call me Mahamaya. So at least let me keep to one style. Let me be a Mahamaya. All right, accepted. But then you try to understand that if I tell you something, you just get absolutely annoyed and angry. And people get lost. You see, they get lost. If you tell them don't do it, they get lost. If you say do it, then they get lost in any case because they are doing the wrong thing. So it is a big problem. And you should see what is good for you. Swartha. Swartha also means selfishness, but it means the meaning of yourself. Swartha. That's what you have to find out for yourself, what is good for you. And if mother is saying something, then what is the meaning of what mother is saying? I'm too simple, but I'm very crooked. Because when I tell you something straightforward, you do not understand, so I have to go in a roundabout way. You see, that's the diplomacy of Sri Krishna. You see, because mother's intentions are very simple and sincere, that my children should grow into real divine power. They should become really, actually divinity. They should be nothing but embodiment of God's love. I'm very ambitious. I have all confidence in myself, in you also, and I'm sure you will understand that I do not do your ego pampering. I encourage you. And I also sometimes discourage you. Both forces are important if you have to progress properly. So when I encourage you, you feel happy, means your ego is there. When I discourage you, you feel discouraged, means your super ego is. So you don't have to be both. You have to be in joy. Because unless and until you educate yourself fully, the feeling of joy, the feeling of spirit, the oneness with spirit will not be your own. It's like, you see, my car which didn't start, you see. It's a hopeless instrument. It can't take me up to this Chelsham Road where I have to go for such an important thing. So what's the use of having such a car, isn't it? That's what it is. One has to understand, if this habit of Mr. XYZ is like this, it doesn't take me there, it's better not to have such a habit. Better not to have this kind of a personality. Better not to have this mentality. Better not have this kind of attitude. Better give up. It's all nonsense. I have to enjoy. I have come here on this earth to enjoy the bounties of God's love. So it is a very great day today because internationally we are all celebrating my birthday. Yesterday, about 10 o'clock, I started feeling the vibrations flowing, and my husband told me that in Australia the puja must have started. And then later on, about say 12 o'clock again, it was in India, I think, continuously. So I feel now when the all over the world, the my birthday is on. Even when it will finish here, it will go to America and all over the world. And the 24 hours, I'll be emitting vibrations, perhaps because everywhere they are worshipping me. And the sun is moving 12 o'clock, they'll be all worshipping me. It's a great thing that such a day has come, that people are feeling it around the world.
श्री माता जी, आज आपने हमसे ध्यान करवा के चैतन्य से आशीर्वादित किया है। हम सब आपके ऋणी हैं। आपके श्री चरण को अनंत कोटि प्रणाम। हम सब श्री माता जी की श्री चरण को प्रणाम करके बंधन लेंगे। जय श्री माता जी।